Welcome to the Jang and Ljung show. Steve Jang, who is the founder of Soundtracking, and Alexander Ljung, who is the founder of SoundCloud. Guys, you just did a panel about social music. I'm still a bit confused about what it is. What is social music?
Well, for me, so we think a lot about social sounds in general. And for us, that's basically three different parts. One is music, which is basically, just how big artists that we know of, how they share music and how they allow people to interact with that music. But it's also a big part about anybody out there being able to now create music and share that with their friends. But it's also outside of music. I think it's also about audio, so everything like podcasts, news organizations, any kind of audio out there, and this emerging field of social sounds as well, where people can be walking down the street, capturing a sound or a thought they have and share that around the web. So I think for us, social sound is about anything where people are sharing sounds and creating experiences with other people with sort of that sound as a spark.
Steve, it all sounds a bit like Napster. What's different between what you're doing and Napster?
Well, our app actually has nothing similar to Napster. Our app is an iPhone app, which allows you to geotag music as you experience it in the real world. So wherever you are, you can take out your iPhone or your iPod Touch or your iPad, and if there's a song playing on the speaker system at a restaurant or a cafe, or in the car on the radio, or you're at a show, or you're just walking, in a park with your headphones on, you can tag that music to a specific geolocation, and then you can add a photo as well of the scenery or the surroundings, and then add a comment. And so all of this is in one sort of musical postcard that you can send from your iPhone, and you can post it to Facebook, Twitter, and Foursquare. And it allows you to, essentially check in a song, but also express yourself. And there's a community, a soundtracking community that's behind this mobile-first application. And so we're really all about self-expression, as opposed to any type of consumption model around music.
So you're aggregating data which connects music and location.
Music, location, taste. You can like, love, and comment to other people's soundtracks as well as they happen in real time. And so we have an activity feed where you can see people around the world and people you're following in your own neighborhood and city, and be able to give feedback to people. I think social is kind of a misnomer at this point, actually. I think it's kind of like saying, it kind of implies that there's other online music product that is not social. I think even the most traditional legacy music products that are online have added social features.
Well, a lot of people will listen to music on their own, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, Alexander, SoundCloud is a bit further ahead than Steve's startup. Where are you at and what are you doing?
So, I mean, we're really about trying to make sound a key part of the web in the same way that we think about, how text, photos, and videos are key parts of the web. We have all this massive amount of awesome photos and videos and stuff that a lot of us together have created and that make up large parts of the web. We feel that sound hasn't been as common on the web, and it's just about to happen now as people learn to express things, a lot of different things, through music, through other types of sound. And for us, the web in general, some of the really exciting things that have happened has been around how it becomes simpler to create stuff, no matter if it's a tweet, taking a photo, or whatever. And then you can call it social or whatever you want to call it, but plugging in people into that. So you make it simple to create, and then you plug in people so that you get to share it, you get some feedback on what it is that you have created, and then through that you have a great experience of sharing and then getting feedback. So that's what's really essential for us. We have all these people developing cool tools for being able to create sound in different ways, and we see ourselves as sort of the platform where they can plug in the sharing component into that. And that means that it will be simpler for people to create stuff, it will be simpler for them to share it with other people and get a reaction, and that ultimately makes it meaningful for them to create and share things.
And artists are using your platform to become more intimate with their audience and vice versa?
Yeah, I mean, there's this, in general, it's so cool. I'm still amazed by the fact of, how you can publish stuff on the web and then get directly connected to like people who enjoy.
So what artists are using your platform?
Oh, there's quite a few of them now. Like we have about 4.5 million different artists, labels, sound creators in general. Some of the bigger names, people like 50 Cent, Foo Fighters, Beastie Boys, Paul McCartney, things like that. But it's also like really a lot of movement in the sort of casual creator layer. People that aren't necessarily doing it to become the next big star, who are just about sort of having a great creation and sharing experience.
And Steve, the same thing?
I think what we're really focusing on right now is how to create an experience with a mobile form factor. So phone that you have in your pocket, and as you're going through your real world life on a daily basis, instead of a virtual experience, what we're really focused on is taking the sensors on the phone, the GPS, the camera, the microphone, and being able to create an experience where you can actually share automatically what you're experiencing in the context of your daily life around music. So, we have in LA, there are a lot of people soundtracking sitting in traffic on a freeway in their cars, and soundtracking from there, and talking about in the morning and in the afternoon in rush hour traffic. In New York, there are a lot of people who are out at night at bars and clubs and restaurants. In San Francisco, there are a lot of people bicycling or sitting in their office late at night working, and so it's very interesting to see around the world. We have a lot of Japanese users, a lot of Brazilian users as well, not just in the US and Canada. And it's really interesting to sort of try to solve a problem of how can you help people share more vividly what they're experiencing, and using music to do that, rather than just trying to create a music discovery app.
This is not your father's music business, right?
Nope, it's changed a lot.
Is it still the music business, or is it something else?
Well, I think I think that generally we all have the wrong idea when we think about the music business. Like people tend to make the analogy between the music business and recorded music, and it's declining, everything is changing a lot. I think the music business today is something much wider. Traditionally you don't look at the sales of musical instruments and stuff like that as part of the music business, whereas I think it really should be. Like people are spending much more on instruments than they're spending on buying actual tracks. So anything where people are engaging with music and willing to pay for it is part of the music industry. And I think if you take that wider approach to it, it's a phenomenal place at the moment.
Well, the Ljung and Jang show is making the world more musical. Thank you so much.